You're live. All right. Sweet. So, hello everybody. This is Darshing Rhett, aka Rhetmaster96 here. Today is April 1st, barely still April 1st. It's 11:53 p.m. EST for me currently. So I'm still like I just bordered on being able to still I'm just bordering on still being able to say this. But happy Easter. I hope you guys had a great Easter. I'm gonna say it just like I typed it up in a post that I did it a lot earlier today. I actually have live viewers. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. It's crazy I have 2 live viewers right now because I did not think anybody would watch this. Well, one live view. Just the fact that I went up to 2 live viewers is amazing enough to me. But yeah, what I was talking about, that with what I said in the post, how I'm gonna word it exactly with Easter. I said, of course, Happy Easter, everyone, and I said the I forget exactly how I worded it. I should have looked at the one thing I should have done before this stream. Uh, the one thing I should have done before this stream. Oh well, but how I worded it was um, whatever whatever religion you celebrate or practice, um, I, let I hope this day is I hope this day is a celebration of renewed life or life. Ooh, I got a like. Thank you. I didn't see when it went across, but I see the one like on there now. But thank you so much for that. Um, yeah. So whatever religion that you practice or that you practice, that you yeah whatever religion it is that you practice, I hope that you were able to celebrate life renewed or renewal of life, because for Christians, it's the celebration of the third day that Jesus is risen, the resurrection of God's Son. And then for Jewish, I believe it's something about passing. I'm not sure. Please don't kill me. I don't know, but those are the main two that I know of. Sorry, I had to mute a chat. But yeah, to I hope that y'all celebrated, and that y'all are able to celebrate this renewal of life, and that you were able to it was an R word, rejoice, and to be able to rejoice in the joyous wonders or the joyful wonders that life brings us. So that was how I worded that. So I hope that your Easter did just that. I know that a lot of the kiddos were probably around at various churches or various homes and yards doing them Easter egg hunts and whatnot. I know that the kids from my church did that yesterday. Yeah, I can still say yesterday. It's Saturday. it's it's Sunday. It's still Sunday. It's still 11:56. I can still say yesterday. At Saturday, I had I had to go to work, but yesterday was when our church had our Easter egg hunt event thing for the kids. We had food out, like we had food, kind of cookout kind of deal, fish, hot dogs, and hamburgers, and beans and chips, you name it. And they had a jump castle, which if I didn't have to go to work, I probably would have climbed there myself for like a minute or so. Maybe, probably not, but just a thought, just a thought. And let's see what else. My eyes. But yeah, I'm thinking what else at that event. Like I heard that they played kickball. My mom even said that they played kickball. And at first, like when I was still there before I left, they like the kids were playing the kickball. Like one of the adults was like rolling it, pitching the ball to them, and it was this small area of the churchyard that I saw them playing. So I was like, yeah, yeah, the kids gonna be playing that. But when I got off work that night, that Saturday night, my mom was like, yeah, she was like, yeah, we all play kickball. I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean you all? And she said, well, all of us, the adults, all the adults, me, and she started naming the name. Sorry, I was perspective. It was like, yeah, all the adults. I was like, wait, what? All of y'all? Because she started naming names, and it was like, well, if I, dang, if I hadn't had to go to work, then, um, shoot, I could have played kickball myself. Because I haven't played kickball since middle school, yo. It's been so in middle school for me, because I'm 21 now. So that had to be like when I was like 13 or younger. So that's at least 8 years since I played kickball. Oh my god, I'm so old. But I had to work. It was a priority. I'm gonna get to that, and I'm gonna get to that later on in the video about work, cause I got a little announcement for y'all. But yeah, with that out of the way, that took the first 5 minutes. So I'm actually structured this time, y'all. I took notes before I started. It's all it's all great and wonderful. So we're not gonna be up on here like the last month's stream, looking like we're super lost about stuff, and we're not gonna take as long as the January stream, because the January stream really is what jump started the February stream to take so long, because it made me free, because I created this system that I free ramble about things, and I don't exactly know what I'm gonna say, exactly topic by topic, going into it and going through the whole thing. So I just end up kind of rambling on a good bit of stuff until I get back on track and remember, it's like, oh yeah, that, and oh yeah, this. So with this, it's gonna be a little more structured, because similar to the last month's stream, I do have to go to work in the morning, but this time it's at 6 o'clock in the morning. So no, at 8 o'clock in the morning, I had to wake up at 6, and it's 11:59 now. So by the time I finish the stream, I should be able to still get at least 5+ hours of sleep, or yeah, about roughly 5+ hours of sleep. I'll be fine. It's 12 a.m. now. It's officially April 2nd. Doing the March recap on the very end of April 1st and April 2nd. I couldn't do it I couldn't do it I couldn't do it yesterday on March 31st, the Saturday, because like I was saying, I got off at night. I got off at 10 o'clock. So if I tried to stay up, I I couldn't stay up anyway. I was like, by the time I really got home good and like I felt the bed out, and after a little while, like I was on my phone, but after a little while, I couldn't have done that stream if I wanted to. Like I kind of was planning to go to church this morning, because I didn't go to the super. That's my light. Again, the computer light, the screen went off, but I didn't go. I didn't go to like the super early service at our church, like the sunrise service. I didn't go to that, but I was still planning on going to the actual service after that. But by the time I was going to go, my mom was already calling back saying, "Yeah, church over. I'm on the way home." I'm like, well, I could have probably did this stream last night, but that is again, I couldn't have done it if I wanted to, because once I made contact with that bed, and after a good while of like watching a few videos on YouTube, I was just gone to the world. Like one of my friends was Jay, actually, Metal Sonic Gamer X200. He was we were talking in one of our friend we were talking in our group chat of friends, and he messaged at like 1 something in the morning, and I didn't respond to that, so that was like 1:50 something this morning, well, early Sunday morning, and I didn't respond to that, so I knew I was gone at least before like 1:50 something, or like I know I was gone before 2 a.m. So anywhere between like 1 and 1:30 a.m. I was gone. So maybe I could have did this recap yesterday at like night after we had gotten home. Oh, I was wondering what happened with the lighting. It's just my phone. It goes. I forgot that I set my phone to go to like a dimmer thing. That shouldn't affect this though. And I'm not sure if that pauses it, because I was bringing up my taskbar from the bottom, because my iPhone. 49, 42, 3, 4. Okay, so it still doesn't. But yeah, I forgot that I make my screen light go dimmer after when midnight hits. I thought something happened with the lighting, but no, it's just it's just my phone screen. We're fine. Yes, I hope we're fine. Good lord. Oh no. We're fine. We should be fine. But 10 minutes done passed. I spent that's 10 minutes pretty much just, setting stuff up. Talked about Easter. Talked about why I didn't do this stream, on the actual last day of March like I've actually been doing, but better late than never. I figured better right now tonight, because when I finish this should technically still come up as being done on April 1st. It might come up April 2nd. I'm not really sure, but the way that the last month stream went, because I know that I started it when it was like 11 something as well, and it went into midnight, but it still comes up as being streamed on um, February 28th, so it still comes up as the last day of February. So hopefully it still comes up as April 1st, as me being able to recap March on the first day of this new month. But yeah, enough of the rambling, because I do, again, have this stuff right here on this little pad. We're good. So, what I have not actually said yet in any comments or posts or anything officially, but these streams, if it's not apparent by now that this is the third one like this, if I don't record any actual, not record, if I don't upload any actual pre-recorded video up on my channel during the month, and if you're worried like, oh, he's not gonna upload anything like for 11 months again, don't fret, because these kinds of videos, these streams, these monthly streams of recapping the month, I'm never sure where the center is, but these kinds of monthly recapping streams and updates, these are always going to be here. I figured that, since I am still trying to get in the groove of getting my videos up, I'm trying to get those two main things up. Y'all already know, but I am going to go back over it again. As soon as I get those two main videos up, those are the main things that are like binding the channel. But once I get those up, we'll start rolling. And but so yeah, I almost lost it, but we're still here. So basically, if I upload throughout the month or not, these kinds of videos are for certain coming to you. These monthly recap streams, recapping updates of what we did in the month that we're recapping, and then saying what's going to be coming in the immediate future, or immediate to somewhat far off future. So that's going to be the 1/2. That's why I have this named like updates and recap now. So the updates are going to be in the first half, and the recap is going to be in the second half now. So whenever I talk about what I did throughout the month and reasons why things are the way they are, with no uploads of of course the dub yet. I'm so sorry again. I'm gonna get to it, but yeah, I'm so sorry again. But yes, again, I'm not gonna say this like a lot of times, because I already said like what for the second or third time already. But these streams are gonna be a routine thing. Like if nothing else, these are guaranteed to come to y'all to inform you of what I did, what I'm going to do, and what I did and what I did and I'm going to do content wise, and then covering what I have done for the previous month. And that's what these streams really are going to be. And that's what these streams are going to be as time moves on. Updates and recaps. These, if nothing else, these are going to always be here for y'all. So yeah, that was something I hadn't like set in stone yet. I'm not sure, I don't believe before, but we got that out in the air now. No other video. Expect streams every month. There was something else I was gonna say. It's about Here's of the Stars dub, which I did say, which I did declare in the last stream, but I still hadn't made like an actual post talking about it. But since we're going to talk about Heroes of Stars anyway, let's go ahead and crack right into our first half of this and talk about our updates for March 2018 and moving forward. So March, first and foremost, Super Mario Brothers Heroes of the Stars dubbed, Episode 1, Part 2, groveling time. I know what I said last stream. Good Lord, I called it again. I called it again. That I was like, okay, yeah, like I didn't want to be by the end of March and have a March recap up and have a March recap update stream saying, sorry guys, it's not quite done yet, and I really hate to be at that point right now, but I'm sorry guys, it's not done yet. The dub is not done yet. In all complete honesty, I have not worked on the dub at all since I gave y'all the last progress report on it in the last month's report. So take that as you will, but that schedule that I introduced, that is still that is I shouldn't really say still because I didn't impede because I didn't uphold. I think uphold is because I didn't uphold that schedule in the first place for March. So I'm gonna say that the schedule that I introduced in March, the schedule that I introduced at the end of February, is going to be what I will begin using in this month, April. So where I can for sure at least make some what's the word I'm looking for? Some, not, the word isn't, it's not mandatory, but I'm thinking of like something that's synonymous with regardless. I kind of want to have the Pokemon poster in the shot. There we go. I'm sorry, I'm definitely not trying to make this long things in here, like these long pauses. God, what is the word I'm looking for? I really don't know, but the schedule that I said with like doing streams that will make it God, it's midnight vocabulary syndrome. I'm sorry. It's MVS. It's highly contagious. It's when your brain starts slowing down with words. You can't think of that's not a real thing. Sorry, don't take me serious. Don't take me serious. I'm tired. God, what am I? And I've already wasted like I wasn't even looking at the counter. Like I don't know how much time I wasted. But I know it's at least been a minute so far. But with the streams and doing the lines, automatically. That's probably the closest word I'm going to think of. I think that's what I was trying to think of. But yeah, with the schedule for actually working on the dub, we're gonna keep the realistic one stream a week because I was able to get a good 6 concrete lines down in that like 3 hour duration stream that I did back last month, February 26th. That was my latest voice acting stream, February 26th, because it was 2 days before the last recap stream. I remember that now. But yeah, from that stream, that's where I established that I can probably reasonably do 5 or 6 established good and polished lines that I'm satisfied with. So it looks like we can try to actually put that system into place. So I'm gonna it's not gonna be one selected day because with my new schedule of work, that's gonna kind of change between days. I'm thinking it will be either every Sunday or every Monday or just any day in between. Like just choose one day during the week that I am going to do that I am going to do a voice acting stream until this part is done. I gotta mute this chat until I can talk back in it. So I'm going to do one stream per week, and that's going to be the 5 or 6 lines a week that I do need to do. And then if I have the time to do it because circumstances and things are going to be always changing, especially right now because like I don't it's not only just me working at where I said I've been, but your boy has 2 jobs currently. So this, like I've said again in previous streams, priorities, work, work, especially now. Well, work, especially now that I have more of it to do. That's gonna take priority over little YouTube here, because YouTube is still by and large a hobby compared to what is um actually keeping me financially sustained. So job actual job is more important than YouTube job, because YouTube is not my job right now. These 2 things are my jobs, so priorities are here. But yeah, I, I, I can't promise exactly what, like, not really promise, but I can't say for certain exactly what day that voice acting streams will always be on every week, but just know that once a week I'm going to be doing a live stream for voice acting from now on, at least until this episode 1 part 2 is done. And I'm getting to this for the release date, and y'all aren't gonna like this, but a release date, I wrote it down here, but I see the episode 1 part 2 release like the dub of it in its episodic entirety at the latest summer. So summer release is what I'm planning for SMB Here's What the Stars dubbed. And here's why. I'm so sick of saying that I'm gonna for sure, for certain, it's gonna be done by the end of insert month here, because I said this in December in the January stream happened. No dub. I said it at the end of my January stream that yeah, it's gonna be for sure. It's gonna be for sure. It's gonna come from beyond the heart, from the soul behind Mario, back there. That the full episode 1 part 2 dub is going to be out for you guys by the end of February, and then last month, February stream, no dub. There was progress because I did that stream 2 days before that, because I did the voice acting stream 2 days before that recap stream, but it still stood that at that time, and still to this day, that the entire episode 1 part 2 dub still not done. So here we are, another month later, at the end of March, beginning April, and the dub is not finished yet. I know that Eric is just ready to just be done with this project already. Or not the entire project, but just he's probably ready to be done with the whole process of are you done with this? It's like, oh, are you done with this? And it's like, oh, how you know, it's the end of got his picture. I got all this set up this time. So 2534 is the timestamp for that. I'll write that down in a second. But Eric Esar99 Dalhoff, once again, special thanks to him for voicing Mario and Luigi in SMB Heroes of the Stars Episode 1 Part 2. He took a big load off of me in voicing the bros, because if he hadn't voiced them, then that would have been another set of voices that I would have yet to have done by now. Because I think I have that up here. No, that is this. So that would have been another 17 lines of Mario and 5 lines of Luigi. So that would have been an extra 22 lines that I would have had yet to do if he hadn't done those. So huge thanks to him. Y'all have already seen all the Mario y'all have already seen all the Mario Bros lines, because I think that was the very first preview that I showed, that I showcased all the voices that this guy had so generously provided for me. So again, huge thanks to him, and shouts out to him for, you know, for just checking in from time to time on the progress of the dub, because like I've said, because like y'all heard me say before in the past, like I've said that he's been, you know, on it, like every other day or every week he was like how's the dub, any progress, how's the dub, are you working on the dub, bud, this or that. And I'm not gonna lie, it was very, very infuriating to always have to answer that same exact question when it's when I keep telling him no, and I think that, and like, you know, I'm taking, you know, the past as the example. Like I'm thinking that if I literally told him 2 days ago that there was no progress, and he comes back 2 days later, and he's like, any progress? I'm not sure if he doesn't expect me to not be, you know, upset or kind of annoyed at that. I don't know if he just expects me to not be annoyed at that, or expect me to not be annoyed at that. But I'm just gonna say it. It was annoying, and I say was because this month he was pretty good actually. Because he only came to me like 3 times this whole month. It was, and I was looking back in my chat log to see it was the 3rd of March, the 9th, and the 26th. Those are only 3 days that he really like messaged me saying like any progress, bud, or how's the dub going. Well, one of them he was like, what's up, and I answered him the next day, and then had like that was that small talk, and then he was like, how's the dub going, bud, something along those lines. And I told him on my situation with work and everything, and telling him that I had the plans of doing the streams like I talked about in last month's stream. In last month's recap stream, I told him that I was going to be doing those VA streams, voice acting VA streams, for the majority, if not for the rest of the lines. That was the plan. But I didn't get around to doing it because I got incredibly busy. And when I say busy, I mean by actual legit adult standards of busy. Because I went from having like 10 or 12 hours, suddenly jump up to like 40 hours. 40 hours plus, just, oh my god. Well, yeah, about 40 hours. And then plus if you count, you know, both the jobs together, but still. I've been busy. I have definitely been busy, but yes, again, shout out to him for providing the voices for the Mario Bros. Super thankful for him, and thankful for him for becoming less aggressive with always asking about when the dub is coming, because it definitely does become from a little to very annoying. I'm glad he's, you know, dialed that down. So that is that. back to me. There we go, back to me. So move that down so it's not super bright on my face. There we go. So, oh, I forgot about the name too. So yeah, once again, the plan for the dub is to actually do that stream once a week for voice acting. It's good. Like having, I do have 2 to 3 days off usually during the week from one or both of the places. So, but it's looking like I'm gonna have maybe at most 1 or 2 days off. Considering both jobs right now. At most during a week. So from one of those days off, I'm gonna have that for a day of streaming the voice acting thing. And it's gonna be really choosing which of those days that I'm off that I really be in the mood for voice acting because one of those other days I could also use to finish editing the Mario Warfare reaction, which is the next topic. Actually, I'm about to get to that in a quick minito. But sorry, excuse me. But yes, I'm going to actually follow that schedule that I introduced back in the February recap. So that will be the one stream that lasts about 3 hours. Excuse me. Excuse me. And that usually can give me six concrete six concrete lines that I am absolutely satisfied with. And I mean absolutely satisfied with, because if you look at the stream that I did for if you look at that last voice acting stream, you'll actually see my progress in, like, when I record a line for a character, I I record the line doing multiple takes, and then I could like something in particular from one of the different takes, and I would stitch different parts of different takes together to make one final take. So I do the same line a number of times until I feel like I get something I feel like I get something that I can accept into the dub. So I feel like a 3 hour stream is enough time for me able to do 6 lines like that, at least 6 lines. That seems reasonable, right? Seems reasonable. 6 lines in a 3 hour stream seems pretty reasonable to me, because that's about, what, like 2 lines an hour? Two really super good lines per hour? And two, yeah. So that makes sense to me. Like two super good line, like at least two super good lines per hour. That gives me that 6 lines that I'm absolutely satisfied with throughout the stream. And let me write that down. Oh, not that, but let me write down the timestamp for Eric's shout out, because I said I was gonna do that. But do like I got it set up on the line and everything. Eric shout out at, and Jay shout out at. I'm gonna talk about my boy Jay in a minute too. So, well, not in a minute, but before the stream lets out. I was moving off a notification from Twitter to Pokemon page. That was great what they did today with the whole Team Rocket thing. It was pretty cool how they had the whole Team Rocket takeover thing. Everybody was posting their Team Rocket cosplay, and that's most what I saw. But then people were posting memes because those had to come. But yeah, that was just pretty cool. And then I'm gonna leave that at that, because I'm not gonna get into a long rant about that, because y'all know I will. Y'all know I will. So Eric shout out, that was, I said 25:34. It was at 25 minutes and 34 seconds. That was where I started that. I remember looking at I remember looking at this live thing up here, this little button, and the time said 20. So that was 10. I talked about him for almost 10 minutes. Well, there you go. Graciously accept that, I guess. I mean, but he deserves it though. Like he did great job with Mario and Luigi's voices for this part. I can't wait. Well, y'all have heard them, but I can't wait for y'all to hear them in the full entire part with all the other voices combined. It's gonna sound just as great playing off of everybody else's voices. It's gonna be great. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about him. Thank you again, dude. But yeah, that's before I say that's everything about SMB Here's to the Stars dubbed. I did say that a more feasible release date for that, for the full part, so I don't, kill myself with figurative worry, that restraining the channel as as long as that's not going up. Well, really, now that's kind of being handed over to Mario Warfare, because I'm gonna be able to get that up faster. But before I move on to Mario Warfare, SMB Here's to the Stars dubbed. The plan is to really do one stream a week for for voice acting. And if I look at this line breakthrough, we should there's so according to this, there's roughly 20 lines left, which are probably all Peach, to be honest. No, that's wrong. Something's wrong, because I didn't do any of Bowser's yet. So this math is wrong somewhere. Recorded 11. I have a calculator somewhere. I had my calculator over here. There it is. There's a calculator on the computer. Yep. Oh well. There are a total of 76 lines in episode 1, part 2. So we're gonna look at that and see what is recorded. So Toadsworth's lines are recorded. All of the ones in the script anyway. I have one more that will be an ad-lib line. So 11 plus 17 plus Luigi's 5 plus Yoshi's 5 done lines plus Kamek's 4 plus Bowser's 1 plus Kammy Koopa's 1 plus Peach's none plus Toadbert's 2 plus Wario's 1 plus Waluigi's 1. That gives me a total of 48 lines done. Huh. Okay. So, I updated that. And I'm just going to make sure that these total number of lines actually is right really fast. So, 11 plus Mario 17 plus Luigi's 5 plus Yoshi's 6 lines plus Kamek's 4 plus Bowser's 9 lines plus Cammy's 1 line, Peach's 19 lines, Toadbert's 2 lines, Wario's 1 line, and Waluigi's 1 line. That comes out to be 76, so that is right. The total is right. So it looks like I didn't do 2 more lines since the last stream. What happened was that I remember saying this in the last month's stream too, that I hadn't gotten the count exactly right yet. So this actually just now helped me get that count exactly right. Looking at this, there is 1 more line left for Yoshi that I have to record. I'm actually gonna re-record one of Toadsworth's lines because I don't like the inflection of it, and I'm gonna do the ad-lib line from in the castle scene when they're walking off. Before they walk off, when he's asking, actually I can just go to it probably. When he's asking Yoshi and Luigi about help, and he's like, yeah, he's saying that I need help to get some things done before the party starts, okay? And then I have to add like a little bit of ad-lib in there because there's a good little pause in there before they actually before that dialogue box. I'm sorry, I'm talking so fast in this whole stream, but there's a pause for the box to still be up there with the dialogue, and I have to record something to fill that in, similar to how I did with when he was still talking about Peach was wanting to see Mario, I ad-libbed something in there, and then I'm gonna ad-lib something on the end of the line where he's asking Luigi and Yoshi to help him get stuff ready, and what I already have after that is an ad-lib line of him saying, like, going down a checklist of things that have to be done. I ad-libbed that line already. That's a finished one already. But I gotta do one more line for Toadsworth for ad-lib, and I gotta redo one of his lines because I don't really like it. It's sound because it's the line the Are you done, Master Luigi? Because he sounds like, Are you done, Master Luigi? Like he sounds like he's kind of disgruntled with him for whatever reason. So I want to re-record the line for him to sound a little bit sound a little bit happier and like expectant. Like he's, Are you done, Master Luigi? Oh, are you done, Master Luigi? Some like that. So make him sound a little happier in that line. Because I don't know why I made him sound like that way in it. You'll get what I mean if you tune into my next voice acting stream. You'll be able to see that for yourself. That is if I don't already re-record that off camera, which I probably won't, considering realistic things. Be real with y'all. Be real. We're real boys. But yeah. So I got that fixed now. So 48 lines are done. So that actually means that there are 18 lines. 28 lines. 28 lines. My math was wrong last time. I was talking about 20. I meant to say 30 earlier. 30 lines to be recorded because 46 to 76, that's 30. So yeah, technically there are 28 lines left to be recorded. 19 of those being Peach, the rest of Bowser's lines, one line for Yoshi, and that's it. Yeah, I gotta do one more line for Yoshi. I gotta do the rest of Bowser's lines, which are 8, and then the entirety of Peach's. So that's 8. So that's 8, 9, then 19. That makes 28. Yeah, boom. That's what's left. That's exactly what's left. So yeah, in this coming month, that's what I'm gonna be slowly working on. Calculator almost fell. Sorry. That's what I'm gonna be working on. Slowly doing those lines, starting with Yoshi and Bowser and finishing up Toadsworth. So that might actually be like a half of a stream, and then I would be finishing up. I would be I would either get to start on Bowser's lines in the same stream, or maybe Bowser's lines would be in the next stream. Because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be all in the same stream, because the rest of the stuff that is for Yoshi and Toadsworth, it's not even 6 lines, because there's one line left for Yoshi. I'm re-recording one line for Toadsworth, and I'm gonna ad-lib another line. So that's 3. So I would at least get the first 3 Bowser lines up in the air and going in my next voice acting stream. Whenever I get around doing that, that is going to. I'm not quite sure what my schedule entails. Yeah, let me just look at it real quick. At this newer job, I am off from there Wednesday, but I'm fairly certain that I still go into my Dollar Tree job that morning. Yeah, I should still be going that on like the morning, like that 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. at there, and if it's not that time, then it's gonna be anywhere between like 11 to 1 to start, and then get off in between like anywhere between like 3 to 5, and then I would do the voice acting stream that night, basically. So it looks like Wednesday. It looks like Wednesday can be when I do that stream, because Tuesday I close at 11 o'clock p.m. at this newer job. So unless I did it in the morning before I went to work, but I'm not chancing that. So Wednesday's looking like the biggest candidate that I will probably be doing my next voice acting stream. Let's see if I go in this Saturday coming. Okay, so this Saturday I'm off. This Saturday I'm off from new job and Dollar Tree. So if not Wednesday, then Saturday. Saturday seems more likely, considering that I, I have to go in to work then Thursday at 9 a.m. So Saturday is the safer bet, because because the Sunday, that next day, the 8th, I do go in, but it's not until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah. So that also considers if I go to church Sunday, the next Sunday though. So either way, Saturday is definitely the safer pick. So if if not Wednesday, then definitely Saturday is when I'm going to be doing my next when I'm going to be doing that next voice acting stream. I talked about that long enough. So again, that is the plan for SMB Heroes of the Stars dubbed. That's the schedule that I introduced back in February, is the one that I'm going to be beginning to reinforce from now on. So every week I'm going to do one stream I'm going to do one voice acting stream at the minimum. One is probably all probably going to be all I need or will be able to do, for right now anyway. So one stream of about I'm not gonna say about, of at least 6 lines. So one weekly voice acting stream of at least 6 lines until the entire part is finished. That's what I can I can't be so loose with the word promise, because I've said promise so many times and I've broken them. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get into this in a little while, because you know about the job thing. I'm getting into it. I want to get to that, but I'm trying to break everything down so it can be understood, or say it so many times that it's gonna be reinforced in the mind, mine and y'all's. So weekly voice acting streams, 6 lines, at least 6 lines a stream, and we're looking at a realistic summer release for the full episode 1 part 2 dubbed. And don't ask me what month. It could be as early as June or as late as September, but that is still considered summer. So anywhere in that parameter is when I can say for sure that is when SMB that is when Super Mario Bros. Heroes of the Stars dubbed will be coming out to y'all. So that's for certain. I would like to get it out, this month, but if I'm just gonna be solely following that schedule, and like gonna be mainly recording voice acting lines on those streams, and like I might still do the 1 or 2 lines off camera as well if I have the time. That's the deciding factor. But what changes it so much this time now is that before, I could have actually did this one stream a week, because before I was saying 1 stream a week, or maybe 2 streams a week, and that would be what, like about 12 automatically if you have those live lines done. And then if you throw in the 2 through the week, that'd be about 13 or 14 lines per week. No, that's not going down like that at all. Because before, I could have done it because I was only doing the Dollar Tree job, and that's um and I average anywhere between like, well, I usually average maybe like 16 to 20. Well, 20 is usually like the considered busy slash over um time. It's considered like the usual busy slash overtime is 20 hours, or anywhere around that. So average hours is usually between 12 to 15 at that. So only that's only like what, 2 3 days of the 4 hours, like I've said before, like working for 4 hours. Sometimes I do 5 hours on the cat on as a cashier, but like this month cashiering, I did it twice all month, and one time was to cover somebody else's shift, so I wasn't even supposed to cashier. Like, but one time, because I was on the schedule to only cashier once, with my name on it. I I would show y'all the schedule, but it's got other people's names on it, and that's confidential stuff on there. So absolutely not. Plus it's on this phone, so I can't show y'all a picture of my phone unless I had like a mirror and be like, whoo, like if I had a mirror and be like, yeah, there's the there's the reflection of my phone on the screen that the schedule is. But no, it's got other people's names and numbers on it, so I'm not even gonna bother showing that. Plus, I couldn't go to I couldn't go to my gallery anyway while I have the stream on. It's impossible. But just know that's usually what my hours are, at Dollar Tree. So what the point is, before, what it was that I was I was tired from like the day of that I would work, but the next day I definitely could have done anything with the voice acting, like even as little as doing the one line or two lines, doing the one or two lines, um, the one doing the one or two lines, aside from stream, so like 1 or 2 lines a week off camera, at the least. So I could have been doing that, and I could have had some progress, but I've had no progress. I just said I had no progress ever since the last month's recap stream, and what I showed last time is it's still, now how much that I've done in terms of recording lines. It's still 48 out of the 76. It was always 48. It was at 46 because I hadn't counted something, probably Yoshi or somebody's lines, I'm not sure. But I didn't count something, but it's counted now. It's in there, it's good. But before, with that job alone, I could have done something, but it was because that I'm gonna use this word again, comfortable in just relaxing the entire day and just not even having it on my mind. And I'm not saying that, and I'm not saying that that I'm the most evil person in the world for just enjoying a day, but I could have set aside the time. If it takes me 2 hours to do one good solid line, then that's about 30 minutes to do a line. So I'm pretty sure I could have set aside, 30 minutes for one day to record one good solid line for a character. Like, I get that, life, circumstances, and, overall laziness, just to relax and build up my strength for my next day of work. But I can do one line in 30 minutes, especially if, it's going to be especially if I'm in the mood to voice act. What the factor of it was that what the factor was for this past month why I didn't do anything is because was I was either always gone or I never had the time to really sit down and do a whole stream because I prefer to do it. I prefer to do I prefer to do the lines on a stream, so I wasn't able to do that. Like I was never able to sit down for 3 hours stream. The only streams that lasted about 3 hours was when I did streams for like the Nintendo Direct that happened earlier this month. like the discussion and then the reaction to it itself. Like those two streams, those are like the only 3 hour streams is like this month. The other ones that I did were like no longer than 2.5 hours because I could not sacrifice that extra hour. And I want to have all the 3 hours whenever I do the voice acting streams because that's when I can get the most work done. Those 6 lines at the very least to do. So so besides like wanting to exactly, besides wanting to for sure have that time and be able to have the opportunity to even set up a voice acting stream and have that time and like not have that many outside hindrances to stop anything. It was so yeah. Besides not having the time and opportunity to do that because it was always something coming up throughout the month, and I'm gonna get to that and in a bit here. I spent 56 minutes on the dub. 56 minutes on the dub. What is wrong with me? I'm glad I didn't say that I was gonna be doing. I'm glad I didn't say that I was gonna, the stream ain't gonna be longer than 30 minutes because y'all know that's a lie. Y'all already know that's a lie. I didn't even gotta say that. That's a lie. I probably would have said this stream isn't gonna be longer than my previous streams. That might also be a lie. I feel like this stream is gonna end up being an hour and a half long because I do have a good bit of things to talk about with the recap part of this. The updates part of this, I'm trying to make this the longer half. So I'm gonna try to make the recap be that exact 30 minutes before I turn in because I do still have to turn in because I do still got work tomorrow at 6. I keep saying that. Get up at 6. I still got work tomorrow at 8. Get off at 4. So gotta make sure that I'm good for that. I can't be up any later than say 1:30. So that's gonna be the goal now. Or at the very latest, something to do. But can't let it get to 2 o'clock. That's gonna be the absolute no. So I think I've made my point, haven't I? With Heroes of the Stars dub, I'm pretty sure I've made my point by now. I'm gonna be doing. Well, actually, before I say that, the other reason besides opportunity and time and making sure that I had the right opportunity to. But the other reason of like why I didn't do any lines is because I might have already said it, but I'm gonna say it again anyway. I have to be in that mindset to do it because if I'm just doing it to do it, I'm feeling it more as a chore and something that just has to be done for YouTube and not for my own pleasure anymore. Because the only reason I ever started doing voice acting and dubs, going back as far as Super Mario Bros. Z dubbed, it was because I saw somebody else do it, and I've loved voice acting for a good number of years now, and I wanted to try my hand at it, and it's fun. I've done it because it was fun. If it's not fun to me at the moment, I just simply won't do it. I'm just going to do something else that I find fun at that moment. So if you mix together that factor and the other factor of just not having the time to do it, then it's not going to get done, frankly. But that's going to be more so those, those extra days, extra lines, because I'm going to be limiting myself to, do the one extra line outside of streams per week. So 1 line a week outside of the weekly streams that, do 6 lines in 1 3-hour stream. So still gonna be doing the 1 hour stream with the 6 lines. And what I'm gonna do is the 1 line. I'm gonna give myself that free liberty. So if we again do the math with that, we're gonna do it by the 6s and factor in the 1s in the afterwards. So there's 28 lines left, right? So that would be 4 weeks. That would be about 5 weeks. So if I actually do the 6 lines, which I do plan on doing this time. Like for real, for real. Like I've said, I knew I was done said that like 3 times because, excuse me. Like I know I done said that 3 times in these different, recap streams, but I really, really am going to um be doing it, you know, up until the summer. But please know that circumstances will occur. It's not a guarantee that I'm going to do one voice acting stream every week, but at the bare minimum, I'm gonna try to do one every 2 weeks. So if we do every 2 weeks as the new standard, 1 6 line 3 hour stream for voice acting every 2 weeks, that still is about 5 streams. So if I do that over the course of um a, a bi-weekly status, that's going to be in the next 10 weeks. So that's about 2.5 months from now. So May, June, that'd be like a middle June, about July. So hey, even if I only do a voice acting stream once every 2 weeks, at the bare minimum, it's basically guaranteed to come out about in June. Yeah, it's basically guaranteed to come out in June or July. But again, do not hold me to that. That is only if I do it consistently every 2 weeks. That is not a promise. But if I can do it every 2 weeks, if I can do a voice acting stream with 6 lines in it every 2 weeks, then June or July looks like a very likely estimated time of release. If I'm miraculously able to do a voice acting stream every week, then that would be again about 5 times, so 5 weeks later. So that'd be a month from now, like May. So that would be a May release. So that would be that would be about middle to end of May that it could be done if I were to do one voice acting stream every 6 months, and not even factoring in that one extra line that I would do on any other day of leisure. So if I'm focusing on doing the voice acting only in the streams, then if I do it every week, May looks like the release, and if I do it every 2 weeks, then and if I do it every 2 weeks, it's likely to come out in June or July. If it comes to this only being able to do one voice acting stream every month, then that would be 6 over the course of the next 5 months. So that would put it at about May, June, July, August, September. So that would still put the release at September. So I technically still wouldn't be lying if I said summer release, because if I only do one in a whole month voice acting stream of 6 lines, or if I do 6 lines in the entirety of a month, like don't hit 6 lines for whatever reason in a stream and make it up somehow to do 6 lines every month, then September is a guaranteed time, is a guaranteed EST. It's a guaranteed estimated time of release if I do one good set of lines every month. It can still be out by September, and I would still fulfill my summer release. So summer is a good time. So summer itself is a good parameter to look for. And now, finally, Mario Warfare reaction. I had a breakthrough with it recently, actually. But first, let me show y'all, the progress that I've made with Mario Warfare. Let's flip this camera around. Come on. There we go. I believe before I showed you guys that I only had about 28 seconds. So when we get past this little space, because this space is what's indicating the actual reaction, the 25-minute part 1 reaction of Mario Warfare. That's what I was going in. This is the first 4 minutes and 35 seconds of the exposition from this year before it goes back to 2016, then the actual reaction here. Then we have the ending, or the exposition / ending notes for the whole rest of the entirety of this, which is, like I believe I said the last time, it was 53 minutes, but I've been editing this a good bit, and I've gone from only having roughly 28 seconds of progress. If I zoom back out, like, you can see how far down I had on the line now, and we scroll out to about here-ish, all the way over here, and now we see that I have 2 minutes. I have, yeah, let's magnify that. You can see it's off camera. There we go. Now you can see that I have I have a whole 2.5 minutes edited. So that's pretty sure it's like a what, 200 or 300% increase from last time. Because even the 100% would have just been, you know, have a whole minute done as opposed to 28 seconds. But now there's 2 minutes and 31 seconds of this edited. And what I was talking about with my breakthrough, what I exactly mean by that, is I realized that after a certain point of this, I start talking about what, like, everything that I have in mind that I have, that I'm thinking about doing in 2018 as far as content wise. And I'm like, I don't really need this in that, like, I don't really need that in this video. So what I can do, but there is some parts in here that I will go in through and edit. Like, I'm gonna scrub through and, like, find those parts, and I'm gonna separate the actual, like, content update ramble, the content update ranting parts. I'm gonna take that away from this footage. I'm gonna save that in a separate thing, and I'm gonna actually save that for a for like a 2018 updates preview kind of video. So it's not going to be the full-on updates video, but since I already have that footage of me talking so long about stuff, I'm going to repurpose that into a whole separate video. So I'll be able to chop all that footage out of this. Excuse me. I need a drink. Good Lord. I've actually never felt this winded in... Excuse me. I've actually never felt like that winded before. Good Lord. That actually felt kind of bad for a second. Excuse me. A big one wants to come out, but it won't come out. But yeah, that I'll be able to get out those huge chunks of unnecessary footage, you know, in relation to this video. So what I can do, take all that out, repurpose that into another updates video. And there's actually another video that I talk about 2017, what I do in 2017, what I thought to do was stitch together, like that, talking about what's going on in what happened in 2017, and then somehow transitioning from that to this superfluous footage from this video, make those into a kind of previewish this kind of previewish kind of updates video before I do my whole updates video. And before you ask, that won't be done until I finish both Mario Warfare, this reaction, and SMB Here's Are the Stars dub, because like the little stars on my little notes suggest, those if it'll focus. It's not gonna focus, is it? There we go. It's focused. Like those little stars suggest, those are the priorities before I move on to everything else on here. So yeah, that's my like big breakthrough idea with being able to finish this, and that's why if you were able to glimpse it, I actually do have that labeled as an April release. If it'll focus, come on, buddy. You worked with me before. There we go. I just had to move away from the screen. I actually had that labeled as an April release, and that is the reason why. Because if I'm able to take away that huge chunk of stuff, then that's gonna really then I can I only I haven't measured I haven't I'm not sure if measured is the right word for time, but I haven't I haven't quite like looked at how long all this extra stuff is talking about stuff that I'm going to be bringing in 2018, because that's really stuff for an updates kind of video instead of just being at the end of a random reaction video. Es- Especially if it somehow lasts uh, especially if it somehow lasts over 40-50 minutes plus. That's just like, at that point it's like, what in the world are you talking about? Like, why are you talking that long? And how can I talk when I'm literally talking for over an hour and 10 minutes about literally two topics so far? I still have so much to talk about, but I'm gonna probably glaze over a good, not glaze over, but I'm probably just gonna like run through a huge chunk of these various things. So yeah, that's the big breakthrough idea for this once again. And because of the fact that once I get rid of all that footage, like once I really single out what I'm gonna keep in this video, once I do that, I'm gonna be able to edit this a whole lot quicker. And that's why I have that estimated time of arrival as the month of April. So doing that, realistically, I can get this video out by the end of April. And I'm going to say that I will get this video out by the end of April. I'm not going to say that I'm going to get Heroes of the Stars dubbed episode 1 part 2 out by the end of April, because it's not realistic. But Mario Warfare looks realistic as long as I um stay on it for when the days that I am able to, and same thing with the voice acting, like when I have the time, and then when I have the want. So when I do that, so when I have both of those, that is when I'm going to definitely work on that little by little, really work on it little by little. I can, like, even if I only worked on it like 30 minutes or an hour a day. Usually if I get started good with editing, like anything that I start editing and messing with, I'm usually on it for like a good hour at least anyway. So I feel like I won't have to really worry about that as long as I just get myself in the mindset of wanting to work on it. Or maybe not get myself into the mindset, but if I think about it and say, maybe I can do this, and I feel like I'm up to it, then I can definitely do that. So Mario Warfare, if I'm in the right if I'm in the right state of mind throughout this month, that is something that can realistically release by the end of this month. Mario Warfare: The Complete Saga reaction. So that will be for the boy. Well, and that will be not only for you guys, but especially for my friend Jaquan, Metasonic Gamer X200. I recently made this for him actually. This was one of the this was one of my well, the only real Photoshop project that I worked on this month was creating this logo for him, and using the icon as a basis for colors. So the metal is actually metal colored, so gray. Sonic is the color of his blue shell. in Gamer X200 is the color of the eyes, and I even had like the last second thought of putting a glow around it for to emulate the eyes. I feel like I might do something in the future to really bring these two together as a full unified design. But as of right now, this is his logo, and he's actually pretty happy with it, which hey, makes me happy. So if he's happy with that, then I'm happy. And like I'm still pretty stoked about how this came out anyway, because it looks really cool. If you can tell, there's actually lines through it that make it look more metallic. You probably can't tell from this phone quality, but that is what it, you can kind of see it. But that is what I did to try to give it a bit more texture. Oh crud, low power mode. I forgot to plug in my phone during the stream. Let's yeah, let's do that real quick. Come on, battery pack. Alright. Okay, we're charging now. Or I at least dearly hope we're charging. But yeah. Once again, Jay, he's awesome. I'm gonna leave the link to his description down. I'm gonna leave the link to his channel in down in the description below. You know, eventually once I get around to it, I still have to edit the descriptions for the past streams and the thumbnails. But like everything that I've been talking about so far, it's a slow process. I gotta get back. Like not, I keep saying get back, but I really have to get into in the first place for me to get back. But I have to get into that frame of work. What I'm really hoping is that me having these like this newer job at the same time as at the same time as Dollar Tree, or this newer job alone in itself is what I hope for, is to help, if it's, is it for to help me not take any of my time for granted, because that's what I said, you know, last month's stream. Like I got too comfortable. I got too comfortable um in relaxing the day after that relaxing is, you know, is justified, because it'd be, you know, early morning, you know, take naps throughout the day and sleep fully and be rested the next day. Excuse me. Excuse me. And like whenever I did have a day completely off from work, I could set aside some time to do something. So that's what I'm hoping, that having the pressure of these two jobs is going to instill in me, to not take any of my time for granted and to actually really light this fire in me, to like seriously get on my grind, to really be on my 2018 grind, like I've been preaching ever since December 31st, 2017, before 2018 even got here good. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to do that so I can be able to really make this a super productive year. If I can, slowly do if I can slowly do progress on both Mario Warfare, on both my Mario Warfare reaction and the SMB Heroes dub, then I feel like I'm gonna be well on my way to taking the drive and work ethic from that and applying it to everything, especially including my job, but to everything else, like even personal projects besides this stuff. And whenever I take on actual professional work, then I can be using that mindset and really be, that I can take that new and renowned mindset of, you know, that constantly working and go-getter attitude that I've looked at and envied for so long, that I'm like, I look at things and say that could be me if I just did it. And you know what? I'm absolutely right. As if I did it, that can be me, and it will be me. But before I get too carried away with that, again, Metal Sonic Gamer X200, Jay, awesome dude, really good friend of mine. check out his channel. I'm gonna leave it in the description below, and I'm gonna leave the like the timestamp of when I started talking about Jay. I think it was like 69 minute or 70. I'm gonna just say it was like 6 or 9 minute mark, but I'm gonna put 70 minute, and I'm gonna go back after replay gets posted and really be exact with it, and then write that down, because I'm gonna put the timestamps next to their names in the description when I start talking about both Jay and Eric. So yeah, again, Metal Sonic Gamer X200. His most latest things on his channel is playing the Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. So, classic Tetris meets the Sonic twist. And it's him and his sister who like commentate together. I think she plays, but they commentate together. So yeah, if you're interested in that game, and and some entertaining commentary, this is your guy. He's also doing his own Mario Strikers Charge series. It's been on hiatus for a while, but I'm looking forward to when he resumes it, and y'all can look forward to it too. He has a bunch of other videos, WWE, a lot of things. So 20 minutes plus actually, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, those are the two big things out of the way. Mario Warfare Reaction, April release. I can basically guarantee that as long as I stay focused. Like, as long as I, work on it a little bit. As long as I work on it up, little by little, and, appropriately, not too much and not too little. I can see it being done by the end of the month. I really can. And I'm not just saying that, to fill in the stream time and just for me to tell just for me to tell you these promises that get broken 3 months straight. No, I'm really honestly saying this, that Mario Warfare, The Complete Saga Part 1, my reaction of it can be done by the end of this month in April. I'm saying that. Before I forget this, let me write down the shout out time. For Jay, I'm just going to put a question mark next to it so I can know that means to go back and verify that. I'll put it at the bottom too, just to make sure that I know that that is what this is for. Okay, so those are the two huge things, and y'all probably spotted them on here, but I also have that 2017-2018 New Year's resolution checklist video. I do still plan on doing that, but that is going to be I also have that labeled as summer, and when I say summer, I wouldn't want it to be any later than my birthday in July, because that would really ruin the purpose of it being like a New Year's resolution checklist. I wanted it to be like at least a Q1 at the end of like March, or yeah, like at the latest by the end of March or this month. But I've kind of accepted that maybe the first 6 months can be an appropriate time for that. So I feel like I will have Mario Warfare Reaction done by that time. So that will free up that part at least, because that's kind of the video that I've recorded to bring in this year for my pre-recorded videos. So once I get Mario Warfare Reaction Part 1 up, then that kind of loosens the rein for some other things to come up while I'm still working on SMB Heroes of the Stars dubbed Episode 1 Part 2. I'm not sure if I'm going to do another preview or not, because if I keep releasing previews and y'all just going to hear all the lines anyway, I mean, if you watch the voice acting stream sessions, you're going to hear all the lines anyway. But if I keep doing previews here on YouTube, there's not really going to be a point to upload the whole part anymore, because y'all already hear all the lines together. Somebody could edit it together themselves there if they have more drive in them than I do, which I'm sure most do, considering up to this point. I'm going to try to change this. Like, me having this pad should kind of give you some sign at all I'm going to start changing some things. I would hope. Like, I'm even going to start using this. Like, I'm going to actually use this. Like I did, like this is my planner, my agenda. in March, I did use it for like one day, but then I didn't. But then I didn't use it since, because those other pages are indeed empty. So I got this other bookmark in here for tomorrow's day. Well, technically the day is day now, for April 2nd, Monday. So either before I go into work or during one of my breaks, I'm gonna write stuff in for stuff that I can, you know, start working on. And we're just gonna take that in strides and slowly be working on stuff. We're gonna get this agenda. We're gonna get this agenda looking like my old high school agendas look like. Y'all saw them things from last stream if y'all watched it. But we gonna get this agenda looking like one of them. We're gonna get it looking like every one of these days have something in it, and there's gonna be either some arrows or some check marks. I'm not saying it's gonna be all check marks all at once, because, you know, baby steps. But as long as I'm writing something every day and attesting to some sort of progress for something that I'm actually, you know, looking at its progress in the thing, and if that looks like it's going well, then there you go. Like if I can, even writing stuff in the day is something, you know, that is progress. That is steps from what I've done, which is, you know, next to nothing. See that other bookmark I somehow managed to lose. I did not, and it's still there. It just fell down into the page. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, set that to the side. So what was I just talking about? Yeah, that 2017-18 New Year's resolution checklist video. I have it labeled as summer. So I want that to be at the very latest, my birthday kind of video. Like, I want that to kind of be something that would be released, you know, kind of around my birthday, and I wouldn't want, and if it had to be after my birthday, I wouldn't want it to be too much after my birthday, because I really feel like my birthday is a good midway point between the year. Like, I know June, what, like 15th is technically the exact middle of a year, but I do feel like that my birthday, July 22nd, is a pretty good segue in between, you know, first half 2018, second half 2018, because there's August, September, October, November, December. There's 5 months. There's 5 months after. If you include July, then that's your 6 months. Like, if you include July, then you got your second half of 6 months. So I really want to try to aim for a birthday release or before for my 2017-2018 New Year's resolution checklist video. And if I haven't described what that was before, that's basically looking at my New Year's resolutions from last year and seeing what I have or haven't done. If I haven't done them, I move them over to this year's. Then I fill in a bit more that I, you know, think of that I want to do, or think of some more things that I want to do for 2018, and include that on there. And that would be that kind of video. And what would make it even better for it to be around my birthday would be because you're actually learning about me as well. So that'd be pretty great. So that's that video. What else? There is Super Mario Strikers Charged Season 2. I have that also labeled as summer release. I can honestly see myself releasing that about, let's see. I can see Strikers coming in June. I honestly could. But considering that E3 is going to be in June, I'm going to be by then I'm going to be trying to actually get at least one good Super Smash Bros. Discussion video up on up here on my channel. It's probably going to be featuring some of my friends in a podcast kind of fashion. But I do want to have some sort of discussion video on either Smash Switch by itself or just talking about anything Nintendo related before E3 hits, because I do want to get that hype on my channel. I have I have an E3/Nintendo video on here labeled as a spring release, and remember, spring can go as late as June. Mario Tennis Aces is a prime example of that, because that's getting a June 22nd release, and June 22nd is the day after spring ends. So I feel like that could be a good time that my E3 and Nintendo coverage can start, you know, start to run rampant on my channel. Actually, before that, because I think E3 like the first half of June. So it looks like next month. It would be awesome if I could get something up next month for some sort of discussion about E3, about Nintendo and E3, either by like the end of May or the very beginning of June, you know, before E3 hits. So maybe I'll like try to make something as soon as I know the date of E3, and we'll just kind of go from there. 92 minutes, so that's an hour and a half already. We haven't even gotten into the recap stuff yet, so good dear Lord. Yeah, I talked about everything on here except, well, I did say Strikers. I said Strikers I could see in June. I could definitely see Strikers being a somewhere in June release. Don't quote me on that, because I do have summer that can go as late as September. July, August, September. Yeah, that can go late as September. So don't quote me on, you know, oh, he said Strikers. So don't say, oh, he said that Strikers is coming back in June. That's not set in stone. I said I'd like it to be in June, that I could see it return in June. I want to bring Strikers back in this big epic fashion with like flashbacks of highlights from the entirety of my first run of Road to Striker Cup, and then like actually like say what I'm going to be changing, and like actually say what I'm going to be changing about the series, and then actually throw in the legit intro in there, because I couldn't play the whole thing on my computer because the emulation is weird. Maybe by then I'll actually have my maybe by then I'll actually have like a good capture card and a good working copy of Mario Strikers Charge that I can actually put on my Wii U, so I wouldn't be using, you know, the emulator to play it. I'm not faulting the emulator, but if I'm going to be doing stuff that could eventually that will possibly eventually lead me to get, you know, ad revenue, I want it to be on a licensed, copyrighted copy of the game, not just, you know, emulation, which is an arguably legal gray area. That's a way to put it. And then the last two things, the Sonic thing that I teased the last stream, that's going to be a lead in to Sonic Mania, which is perfect because Sonic Mania Plus is coming out in like this summer, and I'm predicting that's going to be a date close to when it originally came out last year, August 20. I think it came out August 16th last year. So I honestly feel like it could come out around that time again this year. So since I'm wanting this series to be something that helps me revisit classic Sonic and gets me ready for Sonic Mania, because I never played Sonic Mania yet from last year. So Sonic Mania Plus is my perfect experience to get into the game. I would want to start this. I have it also labeled as summer. I would want to start this in either July. No, yeah, I would want to start this in either July or the very end of June. So I would have enough time to play through the entirety of the classic games to prepare myself for Sonic Mania. That's the goal for this. So either late June or July is what I'm aiming for with this Sonic series. I have a name for it, but I don't want to reveal it because I made a whole video, introducing the name and the premise. That's when you're gonna get that. And then of course the other big one that I've been trying to get out for years now is to bring my Paper Mario Let's Play back to life. And I also have that labeled as summer. Like I'm really trying to get stuff started back up in summer or by the end of summer because I plan on going back to school in the fall. That's going to be August. So if I could get this stuff done before August, or at least started on and up on the channel, that would be great. So Paper Mario, I have it on here as summer, but Paper Mario is honestly something that could be fall or winter. Paper Mario isn't, as urgent as the others. Unless they pull something at E3 and be like, oh, the next Paper Mario game is coming to the Switch and it's going to be just like Paper Mario 64 and A Thousand Year Door. In that case, I would have to bring Paper Mario. In that case, I would have to bring Paper Mario. So, I have it on here as summer right now. So I'll put a question mark because that is subject to change. But depending on what E3 looks like, I have it as summer for right now because I do want to get that out with the rest of this stuff. But if not, then I'm gonna have to, or I would willingly put that later down the road to a fall or winter release. That's like the main one. I'm fine with doing that too, Paper Mario. I know there were a few others that I didn't mention, like the 2016, like the good and bad of that. I don't really plan on. I don't have huge plans on that. Like if I do it, it's gonna be at the end of this year, and then there's the what were you thankful for in 2017. I feel like I honestly might mix that in this year, like because that video's already done, so I don't have to worry about separating the good from this year and that year. That's already done. I could probably do like what were you thankful for, and just have a 2017 version, and then I can do a actual, or maybe I can put the Thanksgiving, or maybe I can put the Thanksgiving stuff that was in my original video with that in this year's video. So that's the two different scenarios. I'm looking at the clock. It's 1:32. So that's the two different scenarios I can see that going. Oh come on, I was doing so well. I wasn't forgetting anything. What was I literally just talking about? Come on, I'm looking at this paper. That's what I've made this thing for. The Thanksgiving stuff, yeah. So yeah, I honestly feel like that I could put that 2017 and 2018. What's ironic is that isn't even on this paper. I remembered that. Having stuff written down and narrowing it down made it easier. Progress. But yeah, the good and bad of 2016 video, not a huge priority in the slightest. Slap it at the end of the year, if I even do it then. But the what were you thankful for in 2017 video, I do want to have up, and that's gonna be. It wants me to go on low power mode so bad. But I'm not going to. But I'm at 100 minutes, so that's an hour and 40 minutes. This is the longest stream by far. But it's good reason to, because I'm actually giving good, solid dates, good, realistic, things for me of doing any of this stuff here. So this isn't one of those streams like the last ones where I'm just kind of mindlessly rambling about the things that I've liked. And and even then, it wasn't even mindlessly rambling. It was just me getting too invested in one topic and taking too long. Where I only took way too long on SMB Here's the Stars dubbed, and maybe Mario Warfare, but everything else I've been going through with pretty good speed. But yeah, that's everything. That's everything as far as updates. So I've laid all that out, and I'm gonna breeze through that super fast when I'm done with the monthly recap, and then I'm gonna let y'all go because I got to I do got to rest. So recap finally of this month. The first thing I have on here, my mom's birthday was March 4th, and what we did, which was actually really amazing, was one of my classmates. She discovered this interest in photography, so we set up an appointment with her to meet up at a local park that's about 45 minutes from where we live, about 45 minutes to an hour maybe. And we set up the apartment. Like the park is really simple. It has a tennis court, which low key, I wish I had my racket so I could have played tennis that day. Because I haven't played tennis since, because I haven't even played tennis since last year. Like last year around this time, because I had a Facebook memory, because I had a Facebook memory saying that in March, yeah, I had an awesome time with my friends again, and it felt just like we were in high school again, because it was with my old coach, and it was with the rest of the members and stuff, and I and I and it made me like I really want to be able to play tennis a lot more consistently again, because this was because even though I was rusty, and I did get angry at stuff, I still had fun. So that made me think about that tennis thing. Made me think about that. But back on track with the mom's birthday, taking photos at the park. You're not winning this time, Terrible Mind. You're not winning this time. But yeah, we took pictures there. We did about, I want to say about 4 or 5 different locations, but she got some really good shots. If I honestly would show them to y'all, but one, they're on this phone, so that would be impossible unless I moved it to the computer. But then the other deciding factor, which is the more dominating one, is the fact that my mom would probably kill me if I put the pictures of her online in this video. And I ain't finna. I'm not trying to feel death yet, y'all. So just take my word for it. The pictures came out beautiful. I wish I smiled a little more. Actually, I wish we all smiled a little bit more in some of the pictures, to be honest. But just in terms of us even having a new family picture now, that's something that we do have, and I'm grateful to my classmate for that 1,000-fold. She actually has a photography page, which I'm a link in the description. Why not? I'm gonna link her in the description for y'all. I got y'all. So I'm a link her in the description, and because she has her name in the business name anyway, Kadra, I got you. I got you. I'm a link some of my peoples to your network. Get some photos done. Considering that they're in South Carolina. But or maybe that might not be a huge thing. Maybe trying to expand to Georgia, North Carolina. You know. But yeah, I mean that's where we are, South Carolina. Me at least, South Carolina home. But yeah, shouts out to her, my classmate. She did an amazing job with those pictures, and that honestly helped make my mom's day on her birthday that day, the 4th, once again. And yeah, it was actually just really nice to be able to be in a park, because I'm not usually able to be in parks other than the fact that like I'm stopping on the side on the way from church at our town's local park to try and Pokemon Go. Them Pokestops and gyms, boy. Like I'm only able to stop there when they don't even know about it. So well, now y'all know, mama and daddy, I'll be stopping to the park. I mean, y'all kind of knew I was stopping playing Pokemon Go. I'm not playing it driving, but I stopped to the side to do the various Pokestops and gyms. I'm not hurting anybody. But yeah, like with parks, that's I've never been able to have, the time to walk around and not feel guilty about stopping there before going home. So this, and plus like this part that's further from us that we went to for this photo shoot, it actually had a decent amount of Pokestops there, and Pokemon appeared. So she was happy, I was happy, for the same reason and for one different reason. So there you go. But also for her birthday, we went to Ryan's. If y'all don't know what Ryan's is, I'm not sure what part of the country I'm talking to or world, but in the southeast, at least as far as I'm concerned, it's a buffet, or it's a buffet styled eatery that you're able to get whenever you come during the breakfast or lunch or dinner hours. Lunch and dinner is usually about the same thing from my knowledge and history. I've never gone any I've never gone any earlier than like noon though, so don't quote me on that. But they have menus for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and we went there like the right after the photo thing, and it was on Sunday. That worked out great that her birthday was on Sunday, because she is very big on church, very spiritual. And we went to Ryan's, and we weren't really expecting the other church members to be with us, but some, not nowhere near all, like a couple of the church members came up and sat at a table near us. So that made it a little bit more special to have some of the church members supporting her for her birthday. So that made that great, and plus the food was like Ryan's fashion food was pretty good. I got filled up on stuff. Plus I think I tried a red velvet cheesecake for the first time that day. So good things, good things. And the last thing that we did for her birthday, we got her a phone. We got her a brand new smartphone, because usually she used to either get me or my dad's phone, because she likes to browse Facebook, and like she doesn't have a profile of her own, but she's usually on like my dad's profile, just scrolling through the timeline, just seeing what's on, not not looking, not not looking to be untrustworthy, not at all, just curious to see what people be doing on Facebook, and she's just found a general liking for Facebook now. So if it ain't hurting anything, it's fine. She finds various things that she finds either hilarious or endearing, or maybe sometimes even aggravating to infuriating. But either way, she enjoys being on Facebook, and having her own phone gives her her own gateway to be on Facebook whenever she wants to, and it also gives her a new phone, a new reliable phone for her to be able to call us whenever need be. So yeah, that's awesome. So that's that. I'm not sure how long that took me to. I'm not gonna try to take that long with all these topics. I'm just gonna try to blaze through the majority of these. So, the number two thing, March 8th, the the previous day, Nintendo dropped Nintendo dropped the huge ball that a Nintendo Direct was going down on March 8th, and that made everyone lose their minds. Like that, and it showed that it was going to be. Did it turn out to be 30? It turned out to be a 34-minute direct, because it was saying a direct around 30 minutes, and featuring um 3DS and Switch games with a spotlight for Mario Tennis Aces, and that made me particularly excited because Mario Tennis Aces, the brand new Mario Tennis game, that looks like it makes Mario Tennis Ultra Smash look like it was literally a tech demo that was only supposed to be in a GameStop on like that little stand in the corner and nowhere else. That's what Ultra Smash seems to have gotten from the general public in, for reception. But Aces looks promising. Story mode, fully fleshed out gameplay, more things in the gameplay. I'm not gonna get into all the detail of it because I don't have the time to. But just know that I'm super excited for Aces. The new stuff that they showed in the gameplay itself, the mechanics are awesome. It makes it like a fighting game. There's just frames in the tennis game. It doesn't make sense, but at the same time, it is awesome. And the pre-launch tournament, you best believe that you will be seeing a stream from me on that over on my Facebook Live when that time comes. So catch me over on Facebook Live. Catch me over on Facebook through my page when I be streaming Mario Tennis Aces. Because I would definitely be streaming Mario Tennis Aces because it's going to be fun. But besides Mario Tennis Aces, notable things before I talk about Smash for a quick minute. Yeah, this director sent people out of their minds because this had like a new renowned wave of speculation because people were like, oh, like a full Nintendo Direct's gotta come at this point, and then Nintendo just sucker punches the internet, and it's like boom, tomorrow, soon, and just leaves, leaves us all to fend for ourselves in this frenzy of the web that they left behind. It was crazy. And then what made this crazier was that there were so many out there things that people were talking about. Oh yeah, maybe we could get Crash Bandicoot, or maybe even South Park, or Diablo 3, or the huge one. Maybe we could. I mean, it's like maybe we could get Smash on Switch. We got Smash on Switch. We got Smash on Switch, boys. We got Smash on Switch. I'm not trying to be loud because the parents, they gonna say why you still up, Merchant? Because you got to go to work. You got to take this super seriously, and they're not wrong. They're definitely not wrong. I gotta go through this like that. But yeah, the Nintendo Direct, I did a reaction. Like I did a predictions reaction the night before the 8th, and I did a blind reaction to a download of the Direct because I couldn't watch it live because we don't have internet in the house right now, which is kind of sad, boys. But with this new job, working on it, that's something I'm gonna get to. That's the last thing. That's the next to last thing. But that's probably gonna be what I'm gonna spend a couple of minutes on. But just expect there to be some coverage for me on anything Nintendo Direct and E3 related, before summer hits us. like before E3 hits us, expect me to have at least one discussion on Smash, and expect there to be like at least one gameplay video of any of these newer games to arise on my channel when summer gets here. Yeah, just know that I am hyped for a lot of stuff. Of course, Smash, Mario Tennis Aces, Detective Pikachu I'm actually pretty excited for, and I'm actually gonna be getting that pretty soon because my boy Nathaniel, my friend, one of my best friends actually, if not my best friend, my boy, he getting me Detective Pikachu. So I had it on pre-order originally at GameStop because I think I mentioned that last month's stream. But he told me that I got a late birthday present for you, dude, and Detective Pikachu, and I'm like, oh, then I can just move this $30 of pre-order over to Mario Tennis Aces, boys. Go and get a tennis game for like $25-$30. Like, I'm like, go and get a brand new Mario. I'm gonna get a brand new Mario Sports game full retail price for only $30 or $25. Yeah, it's gonna be like $30 with tax, but still, it's pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna get Detective Pikachu soon. But the game that I got this month, I'm gonna, actually I didn't put that down as a thing. So you know what? I'll just show that now. My monthly purchase was Kirby Triple Deluxe. Actually, maybe I could have brought that in when I talked about Star Allies. That's what I do. This was my monthly purchase. Kirby Triple Deluxe. I can talk about this then. My Elite Pro card, I got this upgraded from, the Power Up Pro. I got this up to the Elite status now. So I'm gonna be able to get even more credit for stuff that I trade in whenever I buy anything. That'll be more points to my overall credit, and I'll be able to get pre-owned games for 30% off instead of just 20% off. So so basically this is gonna be saving me some money. And in the event where where I can make a little bit more money, if I can spend a little less as well, that makes it all the more sweeter. Just look at the design of this thing. That is sick. Look at that. That shield is so sleek. This is nice. Real nice. Rest in peace, the great Bring Mac. But next on this list we have got significant praise at work, Dollar Tree. And what that was is that I've kind of been, used to being, the slow worker there. So so it was one day where the truck was late, and I wasn't doing, I wasn't stocking boxes like I normally would. I was doing it like, and when I mean normally would, I mean like having a bunch of them on a U-boat at one time and just doing it. But I had like a little bit of stuff, little by little, and in like almost 2 hours, I did the amount of boxes that I would usually do in like 2 or 3 hours. No, 3 hours. Like the amount of boxes that I would usually do in like 3 or maybe a little bit over 3 hours, I got done in like an hour and 40 minutes. And my assistant manager recognized that, and she was like, and she gave me such like a jubilant like praise, and she was like, and she was like, oh boy, I knew you. It was like, boy, I knew you could do it. It was like, boy, I knew you could do it. So that made me feel real great that day. And then just kind of various moments throughout this month that I did better at Dollar Tree, and I got praised for it. So that always feels awesome. Next, beat Sunshine in prep for Odyssey Facebook series. So yes, my on Facebook, I'm doing a preparing for Super Mario Odyssey stream series. I started off with Super Mario Sunshine. If you haven't been watching, you've been missing a good bit. But yeah, in the series, I actually did it on Mario Day. And the cool thing about Mario Day is like MAR 10 is like MAR is like March, but it's also Mario, and 10 is like IO Mario. That's so clever. So Mario Day is when I dedicated my series to Mario Day. Yeah, that's right. I dedicated my series to Mario Day, and in that stream, I managed to beat Super Mario Sunshine, and I decided towards the end of that stream that I'm actually going to go for the goal. I'm going to try to 100% complete Sunshine before I move on to either Galaxy or 64 for the next game in my preparing for Odyssey series. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to get Odyssey this holiday season. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to have the funds this time around to be able to get Odyssey this year, and it's going to be awesome. So if you haven't checked out my preparing for Super Mario Odyssey series yet, I'm still playing Sunshine currently. So if you want to see a good first time blind attempt at trying to 100% this game for the first time, please stop on by. It's going to be awesome. Next, applying to other jobs. This is where that whole thing comes in with where time went. Excuse me. I'm glad I'm only doing CBLs tomorrow because I feel like this is messing my throat up right now. I'm a, I'm gonna just, I'm sure I'm sure that I would only just need some good rest, but still I feel like I shouldn't be on here too. Actually, it's 6 minutes to 2 o'clock in the morning. Y'all know what I said, so yeah, we got to hustle. But yeah, what I was saying, number five, because there's 11 topics. We're already almost through here. So number five, applying to other jobs. Um, I applied to a couple of different things. I think it was. I want to say it was. I want to say it was two things this month. Like one, it was like an ad in the classifieds. I never thought I would say that sentence in my life. I applied for something. I applied for a job in the classifieds. I always see that something is like on TV or something. Like I never think that I would do that, but it was. I'm not. To be honest, I'm not even sure what the job was. I think I'm fairly certain it was something to do with typing. Yeah, I honestly could not tell you what it was. Like maybe I can maybe if I timestamp this, I can have the answer in the comments. Let me see, 122. I'll just say 122.35. So 122.35. Newspaper job, and then I'll just put like indicators around it to say that, look, to make it say, notice me. That's try just put it right there, the timestamp, and then newspaper job. But yeah, it was that job I did, and that was actually what made me update my resume to this point in the year. To include Dollar Tree on there along with the other retail store that I had that I worked at in my town. Yeah, that first one was one that I worked 2 months at before I was unfortunately let go, and then I got picked up at Dollar Tree a month later. So I will always be grateful to my manager at Dollar Tree for being willing to give me a job so soon after leaving somewhere else. But not the point of this topic, or at least not the exact point. Applying to other jobs, I applied for that newspaper job, and I'm not sure what it was, but I'll put something in the comments saying what it was whenever I get around to doing that update stuff in the comments. Putting that pin in the comment or just saying what that big comment is. Maybe in the description. I'm not sure if I'm going to put this information at. I'm rambling. Let's keep on talking. The other place I put in to was the big one, Walmart, and I put in the application. I want to say it was like the very middle of this of March. I want to say it was the week of like March 12th, but it's possible it could have been before that. But I'm kind of fairly certain it was the week of. No, it might have been the end of the March 5th week. I think it might have been like towards like in between like March 7th and 9th. I might have put in. And then I remember calling there once, and they were talking about like the positions that I had put in for, like nothing was available, and like, she was saying something about lawn and garden, and I was like, what let it, and I was like, no, like in my head I was like, no, and I think I kind of made that evident in the call anyway, like saying no, but she was saying to update that in my application to give me more of a chance to really have more variety, so I could just come in for something. TLDR, I didn't do that, and yeah, TLDR, I didn't do that, and a little while later, that was the it was the what day was this? Pretty sure it was the Saturday of the 24th that I got a call. Yeah, that's about when it was. I got a 24 from from the personnel part of Walmart, and they were saying, and I got a follow-up call, but I'm gonna get to that later because Walmart is its own separate topic. So what's next? 6 is I saw Black Panther with Dad on a whim. That's this was so crazy because I've never gone to the movies like just on a split second decision like this because like I thought my dad was joking. He said he was joking about going to see it, and like my mom was at work at the time, but we stopped by to like talk with her because that's something that we just usually do. Like if she calls us to come there and like help her or something, or just to like or just to like get some groceries early to take home. But yeah, not the point. But it was we had went there, and I think I had brought up to her about my dad was talking about he wanting to go see the movie, and my mom was saying go ahead and go see the movie, and he was like no, I was just joking. But again, TLDR, we ended up going, and it was at the theater that we used to all well not the same theater. It was the same place at the theater that I went to a lot as a kid growing up. And when I say kid, I mean like up to 2012 when I was like 16. Was I 16 in 2012? I had to be. Yeah, about 16. I'm 21 now, so I'll be 22 on 22nd. 22, 22, boys. Hey. But yeah, like what I mean by it wasn't the same, like what I meant by it was the same location was that it used to be an older theater, but it got shut down for a while. So for a good while we were going to another theater that was a little bit farther out. But now I guess it's got like a new management, and they reopened the building and remodeling. Well, not I don't think it got remodeled too much, but they reopened the building, and now it's a running theater once again. And we went there to see Black Panther, and all I can really say about it is that it really was a powerful movie. Like it definitely deserved the the buckets of 120 minutes. That's 2 hours. Holy crap. I need to go to sleep. But yeah, that yeah, the praise that it was getting from the box office, it basically crushing it. It's well deserved. It honestly is well deserved. So what I took away from the movie, other than being, not gonna lie, mildly confused about some things, that it was a movie with strong messages on loyalty, honor, um, having a good sense of morality, and littered throughout that it had some genuinely like good comedy, and there were some very strong and some unexpected action sequences. Well, some unexpected moments in action sequences. The action was top notch, and the CGI and the editing was just, it was amazing. Black Panther was amazing. If you have not seen it yet, I don't even watch. I might mess up. Is it Marvel? I don't even watch Marvel stuff like that. And I enjoyed it. Like I really went because well I was with Dad already, and he wanted to see it. So and I was genuinely curious to see it myself. So, but I'm glad I did see it because it was a pretty important movie. I feel like not even just for Marvel, but just an important movie to show messages about like that honor. Excuse me. Excuse me. Like it's even a strong message in there about fighting to be free from bondage, and that of course has some that of course alludes to a much darker time, you know, where I'm just gonna say like like that, you know, alludes to slavery, and that's pretty strong. Like I think that's what that kind of references. But I'm not trying to start anything. But all in all, Black Panther, seriously good. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend going to see it or wait for it to come out on DVD. Yeah, watch it. Even if you don't like those kind of movies, right? Even some of my church members who don't even look at those movies at all liked it. So that should say something. Next topic. Watch the finale of Dragon Ball Super. Oh my lord, yes. And actually, we're getting into stuff that all happened in one day. 7, 8, and 9 all happened in one day, but 7 was more like after church because this was a Sunday. This was the 22nd actually. I actually looked like these up, but I'm not gonna say much about the Dragon Ball Super thing. I'm not gonna spoil, but the fact that we got Goku and Frieza and Android 17 teaming up. If you would have told any Dragon Ball fan this 10 years ago, they'd have looked at you and laughed in your face, dude. Because by the end of Dragon Ball Z, maybe you can like you can believe Goku and 17 working together because 18 and Krillin are married and kid. So of course they're good with those two androids by that point. But the fact that Goku and 17 are working together, but the fact that Goku and Frieza, and Vegeta, being out, on the stands by this point, he's just watching this, like he's watching Goku and Frieza. They were in perfect sync too. It's actually kind of ironic how how different the ideologies are, but when it came to fighting, they were 1-to-1. It was insane. And 17 has just proven to be this crazy force to be reckoned with because he's not as strong as Goku, Frieza, and especially Jiren, but he was able to do these techniques that just always had him on top. That's all. That's all I'm going to say about it. And well, that's all I'm going to say about the actual fight. Besides the choreography and the music and just the rush of it being the final fight in the episode, it was just all so good. But and the ending paid the perfect homage to the Saiyan saga of Dragon Ball Z. It has Goku and Vegeta, and actually this might be kind of spoilery. I'm sorry. Maybe not. I'll just say it. You had the warning, but at the ending, Goku and Vegeta, surprise, Vegeta kind of brings it up. Vegeta starts it up. Vegeta be starting stuff, but they started going at it in their by this point classic ways now, and towards the end they were at this area that looks very much like the area that they first fought in, and they were in the exact same positions that they were in. And then they took the fighting stances. Like I can't. One of them is like this, and then like the other one is like something like that. I don't know. But they took their exact poses from the Saiyan saga, and with this new art and with the new art style that Super brought in, it just looked magnificent, and it was just the greatest callback that I could think of. Like I was saying, because I watched it with my dad. I think I said that, right? No, it just said watch the finale of Dragon Ball Super. But yeah, I watched that with my dad too. My dad loves Dragon Ball. Like he has a bunch of VHS tapes on it. That's originally how I like kind of got into it, but I didn't get into Dragon Ball until later, like super into it when Kai came out on Nickelodeon. So 2010-ish, 2011. That's when I seriously got into Dragon Ball like that. shit, somewhere around that time, 2010 to, anywhere between 2010 to 2011 or 12. That's when I seriously got into Dragon Ball Z, you know, watching it. Because of Kai. Kai was the cleaner version, so that drew me to it faster. Because when I was a kid, for some reason, my dad just had the gory, had the more gorier episodes of Dragon Ball Z that just scarred. It didn't really scar me. It just really spooked me when those moments came on. So I was less likely to watch it. But with Kai, it was a cleaner version, so boom, that was great for me. But this finale, Dragon Ball Super, man, it was great. It was simply great. What is next? Later on in this same Sunday, spent time with a good friend on a whim. And I have in parentheses Clash Royale. Let me break this down. So this good friend, he's been a good friend of mine. I consider him one of my best friends. We've been friends, been cool since pretty sure 8th grade. This was around the time when I was still doing Mario and Luigi Plan Z on here. I think it's when it was like first starting good. So it had to have been 2010 or 11. That's about what my 8th grade was. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty sure. And I've known him since then, and since we graduated, we haven't really like been able to hang out a lot. Like the last time I hung out with him was back in December, and I hung out with him and another friend, and we went to get pizza, and then we went back to the other friend's house, and it was my first time playing. Is the paper still up here? I think I might have moved it by now. Yeah, I think I moved it by now, but it was the scorecard from Yahtzee. It was my first time playing Yahtzee ever. So that was the 27th of December. But to the March this year, spending time with them, we like basically I had like fresh gotten up from a nap, because that was a day that I went to Dollar Tree from 5 to 9, 5 a.m. to 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. I was pretty much napping for the entirety of for like the whole afternoon. So I had like fresh gotten up for a nap, and then my phone rings. It's him. He's like, "Dude, you want to hang out?" I'm just like, sure. He's like, "Yeah." He's like, you're not doing anything?" I'm like, not really. He's like, "Yes or no?" Because he's very direct, and I was like, "No, I'm not. I'm good to hang out." So he came. So he came a short time later, and we went out to our to our town sports bar, which is somewhere I usually don't go to, because I've it's not that I'm like scared of the place. It's just that it's not my usual place, because sports bar, a bar, you know, I don't drink at all. I don't smoke. I don't do nothing like that. So being in an environment, at first it was kind of like, what are we here for? But it's a sports bar and grill, so they had, you know, food and live music. My first time experiencing live music, so that was pretty cool. And the thing I mentioned, the Clash Royale, it's a mobile game that he has on his phone, and he introduced me to it on my phone, and that was actually pretty fun. That was actually really fun. Throughout this, I ordered food. I got chicken tenders, because why not? I'm really feeling it. Ugh. I'm not even trying to be a shock memer. I'm really feeling this. Excuse me. That was that burp from earlier. Oof. But yeah, I got chicken tenders because, you know, why not? I wasn't really sure what I was gonna get. I was thinking between like boneless wings to that, but I got chicken tenders. This is not important to the story. I got my food. He got his food. Dude went through like 3 plates, and I did like my one. I'm just like, all right. I'm not trying to be like rude. I'm just saying that dude can put some food down, but he's like so small. He like in width. He's basically me, but he's shorter. But I don't understand. I just don't understand it. But anyway, like we like were playing the game. Like we were playing the game. Like we even teamed up in the game because you can like be on the same team multiplayer using your internet, and it was surprisingly pretty fun. I actually haven't played it since then. He's been wanting me to play it, but I just haven't had I just haven't had the interest, or the bigger thing was time. I haven't had the time to I haven't even had time to play this game yet, and I want to play this game yet. So I've been busy. That's actually next, I think. Yeah, but yeah, we like we he got me playing that game for that night, because I did get back here like relatively early, because this leads me into my next point. But before I do go to the next point, like when we like it was on the way to the to the bar from my house, and on the way back to my house. It was just a good it was just like a good time, for us, one on one, to really catch up on each other's lives, what we had done in the past couple months, like what was just just seeing what we've been up to for this little while, like to see if anything big notable has happened. I got something no I got something decently big to tell him now, if he doesn't already know about it. But and it is, the job thing. It is. I'm getting to it. It was just really great to be able to catch up with him a little bit more. And yeah, I'm hoping to do that again with him soon. Like really with all of my friends that I've known since middle, or elementary school. Um, the the friend that's getting me to take the Pikachu, I've known since like third grade. That's the one. That's the one that I consider, best friend status. His tag is Major Milky Way. I'm not even sure if he has anything on his channel, but I might link it in the description. I might, yeah, I might, I might link something in the description for his channel. I'll just make a note on here somewhere. I guess there's no way to do it. If I remember to, if I remember to, I'll add something to it. But that's not really anything huge. But oh wait, yeah, I got it. I didn't. Did I do the timestamp for when I mentioned my friend who took pictures? I didn't do the timestamp of that crap. Uh, I'll still see link. Link cages captured in description. Alright, so I got that note above the birthday thing. Yeah, I'll worry about it. I'll worry about a timestamp another time. That's not even a huge concern. But yeah, again, that was just really good to be able to catch up with him and to hang out with him like that. And I'm looking forward to doing that a lot more. And like I said again, like I said, like once more, to be able to do that with the rest of my friends that I haven't, hung out with a lot in recent months, or year plus, since we all came out of high school. It'd be great when we can all do a bros night again, because we used to do that at least once or twice a year, where we would spend the night at one of the guys' houses, and we would just all have like pizza, and we would just have like pizza and video games, which usually entailed Mario Party, or Mario Kart, or Smash, or games like Rocket League, or anything else that was, in our ballpark. I miss those. Hopefully we can do it soon. That's not the point at this point. Let's keep on moving on. So next we have 9. Played the Star Allies demo and got a renewed love for Kirby. I played so that night, after this same friend from the last point brought me back home from our hangout. Like an hour later, actually, that night I played Kirby Star Allies for the first time, the demo, and I absolutely adored it. It reminded me why I liked playing Kirby games when I did, years back. I don't know why I stopped playing Kirby games. Obviously, I think it's because other series came up, or it was because I just, got busy and I got sidetracked by like a billion other things. But I now have a renewed love for Kirby, and I'm gonna get Kirby Star Allies. If not, like I'm definitely gonna get it by the end of the year. That might be a holiday title I might get too with Odyssey. That might be a sooner title. I'm honestly not too sure. I might get that for my birthday. That might be pretty good. I might get that for my birthday. Kirby Star Allies. Either my birthday or around, or maybe around like either fall or maybe around like Black Friday time. I might get that because I'd be fine because I want to pay for Kirby Star Allies at a cheaper price. So that'd be good. That'd be good. But yeah, with the renewed love for Kirby, that leads me back to my monthly purchase, Kirby Triple Deluxe, and I've always like really liked the side games in Kirby games too, cause like in Nightmare and Dreamland on Game Boy Advance, they had like the reaction game where you had to keep the bomb up in pans in that circle, and then like the rail grind race, and then it was like the ninja thing where you had to like press A in the specific time to like to best the enemy. Those those were more fun to me than the actual game at some points. But Nightmare and Dreamland is still a phenomenal Kirby game in itself. And I've only played one of the side games in this so far, and that is the uh, the Kirby Fighters. I've only played the Kirby Fighters of this so far, and it is very pseudo Smash. You see the inspiration from Smash in this, because the single player mode is pretty much just classic mode. From like the single player mode in this is basically like classic mode from Smash Brothers, which is cool. There's like 10 different abilities you can fight as, 10 different like ability Kirby's you can fight as. And it's really cool so far. I haven't played DDD's Drum Dash yet, but I've heard good things about it from this one reviewer on YouTube. I can't think of his name right now, but he talked pretty highly of it. So I'm gonna give it a good chance. I mean, obviously I bought the game. I'm gonna give everything on this thing a chance. But for just the fact alone, Kirby is a kind of game that I have no idea why it hasn't just been a part of my gaming in these past number of years. But playing that demo of Kirby Star Allies, um, that other was that Sunday? Yeah, that other Sunday. It really renewed my love for Kirby, and I had the chance to be able to buy this game when I came into a like a bit of like when I came into an extra like $30, and that was enough to get this because Nintendo Selects for $20. Tax and everything, it came out to close to that, 30, like 26, 27, something like that. But I got this, and I'm looking forward to actually playing in its entirety and really, really enjoying it. So I'm looking forward to really playing this and really take myself into Dreamland or Popstar, wherever this takes place in. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, it's gonna be that's gonna be fun, and Star Allies is gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to them. That leads me to number 10, the big one before I just say like the last one, number 11, and then I'm gonna just recap everything. And then I'm just gonna recap everything. I'm gonna recap the updates super quick after these last 2 points, and then I'm just gonna direct you to my Facebook page, and that'll be the stream because I need to end this. But yeah, number 10, got a new job at Walmart. I already mentioned Walmart in my last stream, so I was debating would it be fine to like say, but it's fine. I honestly feel like it's fine. I got a new job at Walmart. I went in. this is to be continued from like the couple points back. When I got that call back, that this was, I'm fairly positive it was a Saturday. That'd be the 24th. What day did I? What day was I saying? I I was saying 22nd. I was saying 22nd for all that stuff with I was saying the 22nd on a Sunday. I don't think I'm not sure if I said the date or not. That must have been a third. That was. I watched Super. I'm fairly certain Super was on a Sunday, so Super was on the 18th. It was still a first, and the 22nd, that was a Thursday. That was a Thursday when I was getting off of work, and then I hung with my friend and I played Star Allies. That, I know the date's the 22nd. That just confused me because I thought it was the same day. I think it is the same day though. At least with Star Allies and hanging out with him. That's still on me, and I'm looking at my date thing on here. Like down there. That, yeah, that still don't mean. But yeah, the fact that those two things were on the same day doesn't mean that me and him watching Super were on that same day. I'm fairly certain we watched Super on a Sunday because I came back from church. It had to been that Sunday before that, the 22nd, that 18th, that me and my dad watched Super. It had to be. Excuse me. We're back on track. The 24th, like 2 days after I hung out with him and played Star Allies for the first time, I got a call back from Walmart, from personnel, and they wanted me in for an interview on the 26th. So the past Monday that's gone. So it's Monday again now. It's been a full week since I was interviewed, and I got interviewed. And at first I was interviewed by by one of the by one of the department managers. I think that it's not really important to what thing she was from. To the story, your position in the story is very important. About, I'm just saying that it's not, super relevant to the story. Plus, I gotta finish this up. But yeah, I first got I got interviewed by her at first. Like, I did have to wait a few minutes before I got taken. None of the waiting is relevant. Just know that there was a little bit of waiting. When I was waiting immediately to go back. Well, when I was waiting initially, that's the word I was looking for. When I was waiting initially to go into the back, and then she interviewed me, and then she had me wait to get the store manager. I waited for like a good half hour until they came back, and then he interviewed me. Then I got some papers to sign. Then he kind of vanished because he had to be back on the store floor. And then the one that I actually talked to on the phone, told me to come in for an interview. She introduced herself, and then she brought me in like some other papers, which was like the job description, and for me to sign that last part. And I got a copy of the job description, and apparently the stuff that I got when I went into the training room with her, I got a packet, and that is a take-home packet, and that is the job offer. So that basically means, right off the bat, I got the job that day, Monday. So it's awesome. And I went in Wednesday to do paperwork, and then Thursday was our first day of orientation, and then Friday was our second day of Well, technically it would have been all on Thursday, but they had to but they became busy, and we had to reschedule it for the next day. So we did most of orientation Thursday, and then finished orientation Friday, and then we started doing CBLs Friday, and then Saturday was my first day on the floor, and that was just a mess. That not a mess. I was thinking of the word myriad. But that was a myriad of like panic and euphoria, and a little bit more panic, some overwhelming, and just this this big rush. Cause she showed me like everything. She showed me basically everything I was going to be doing normally. Like the first, my department manager. Cause I'm in. I actually got the electronics part in Walmart, and the department, and I was I was handed off to the department manager for electronics. She showed me around. She said what I was going to be doing. She showed me various things about how to use the set of keys to open various things, like open the door for the games, open cabinets, um, open the to open things that were underneath like display items. And then she showed me stuff that I was going to be, organizing items, put them to the front. They call that zoning, like to make sure stuff is like fronted, or make sure things is being, yeah, fronted. That's the best word I can think of. And she showed me like the photo center, because I'm gonna be doing that too. And I'm gonna be in like the pickup area as well. I'm not sure when. And the wireless center area, which is for some reason at the front of our store, but I think it's gonna be moved to the actual electronics section eventually. Not important, but she basically showed me everything that I was going to be doing like the first like 3 hours, and then I didn't know, but her shift ended, or like I I didn't know until like the time was coming, because she was like I was supposed to get off. I was supposed to get off at 2, and it was like 3:30, and then she left, and I went back to the main electronics section. So for the rest of the day, because I was there from 1 to 10 the Saturday gone. That was my 9-hour shift. First day, mind you. So a whole other like 6.5 hours, I'm just thrown onto the floor doing things, kind of throw the fish, or just kind of throw the bird out of the tree and kind of help him, expect him to fly. But I wasn't alone the entire time. I was alone for a good bit though. But I just stuck with one of the other associates who was there longer. I think he's been there for about December, January, February, March. He's been there for about 4 months, give or take. So I just kind of stuck with him, and I asked him questions, and some of his learn some of his stuff. And for a while, he was on his lunch, and I had to go back and get like 2 TVs for people. This is where the like the rush and kind of half panicking, but still kind of this sense of huge fulfillment and euphoria is like, I'm actually going in the back to get something for somebody. It's a TV. It's bigger than me. Ah. No, it's not bigger than me. The biggest TV I got was like 40 inches. But TLDR, I was super scared in the beginning, because I was like, I'm gonna mess up. I'm going to mess something up. Or maybe I wasn't thinking that exactly, but I was just thinking of, dear God, this is just so much information to take in. Because I even have to learn like what the numbers of like the sections of DVDs are. So that's gonna take a while. But other than that, like, because at first I felt like I was gonna be, or at first I was feeling very scared, very scatterbrained. Like, because she was just going through so many things, and like she was asking if I had questions, and I know I did. I just didn't have anything that I could really ask at the moment, because like I had like 5 different questions matching into one, and I couldn't make sense of anything. But really, it's not anything to. But in the end, it turned out to be something that it wasn't anything to be afraid of. I did pretty well, like according to like my coworker who I kind of like buddied with for the day. He was saying, like, I asked him before I clocked out, and he was saying, trust me, dude. He was like, trust me, dude. Either to 10, because like I had a similar thing for my first day, because like the manager left, and because I was with this guy, and he left earlier than me, and I was just like, oh my god, what do? So he reassured me that like I did pretty well for my first day, like a 10 out of 10. So that was the last like bit of awesome reassurance that I needed with that. And because besides like getting stuff in the back and pulling and like fronting things, I used the register. I didn't learn how to page people, so for a couple different situations, I was like, and the customers, they were so like everyone was like so nice. They were like, oh no, like, oh no, don't worry, um, oh no, don't worry, I'm like I'm patient. I can help you get like I can help you get somebody. It's like I can help you get somebody because I didn't know how to page people yet, and yeah, I wasn't taught that. I mean, at least not Saturday, and um, let me see what else, and like even when I guess it must have caught wind that I needed help, and like three other associates came up, and like they all offered, like I think they were all from different sections, but they all offered to help get somebody, and it was just like, and it felt, I felt so special because I was like, okay, so I was like, they're like everyone's so nice, like they're all helping out, like like it's like 10% battery. What? Why aren't you charging? I got 10% left on this phone, so I'm gonna just go ahead and finish this because for some reason this phone does not want to charge. I'm gonna leave it in the fast side. But yeah, long and short, I did basically everything that I guess that's expected of my job, like in that one day. Thinking about it at first, I was like, I did everything today. Like I even used like the one of the machines to compress cardboard in the back. That was what? And it's crazy because that was like this. That was actually the CBL that I was on the previous day before I was on the floor Saturday. So I'm just like, well, this is definitely the hands-on experience or the hands-on demonstration that I needed for this. So this works out great. But yeah, just customers and associates alike, everyone was so awesome and so not judge-worthy, and we all like it wasn't expected. It wasn't expected of me to be able to be like fast and catch on immediately to every little thing. Like everyone was patient and everyone really was thorough. Like and the associates were thorough and like helped me like figure out different things like how to get like how to get the plastic things, the hard plastic casings off of some of the merchandise like in the electronic section because so it don't get stolen. So using like using a magnet thing to get it off, and just other various things that I needed help with throughout. It it was it was just this big group effort that just felt like this little community just came together all to help me. I felt so special. It was great. It was it was wonderful. It was awesome. I can't really describe it any other way. But yeah, I'm at Walmart now. So that's my second job. I I don't I'm not sure it was cool to make sure the uniform, but I feel like it's fine to show the name tag. But so here we go. Walmart Darshin. Our people make the difference. I'm I'm legit. I'm I'm official, boys. And I never did show y'all this, but yeah, my other one from Dollar Tree. So yeah, two jobs currently. But eventually it's going to be if you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying any. I'm not actually saying anything beyond that because I'm not going to put that online quite yet. But if you get what I mean by moving this one out of the frame, then you understand what I mean with focusing on new job. And the very last thing, 11, was just streamed Smash again since December 2017. Also, the same thing with Sunshine. I hadn't streamed Super Mario Sunshine since back in December. But with Smash, I hadn't streamed it since I had streamed Smash on Facebook Live since December because my last one was a tournament that I did with some of my viewers, and that was a super fun. Like the tournament was super fun. The the Smash stream, it wasn't as like hugely received as I kind of thought it was, but it was still fun to get back in it, to like showcase Smash Brothers for Wii U on my Facebook or on my phone camera again for a stream, and interact with some people, and have some good laughs, and just get some good friendlies in. I did get upset from like losing for a majority of the time, but all in all, it was good fun. It was fine. And I enjoyed it, and I can't wait to play Smash again, and I can't wait for Smash for Switch to come out. That's going to be another holiday title I'm going to pick up for sure. Because they said 2018 release, and Nintendo have been pretty good with the Switches, release windows, like with the Switch game releases. So I don't think that's going to change this year. But yeah, that's all the topics, and that's everything. So quick recap. Mario Warfare reaction. Expect that. Expect that by the end of this month. Super Mario Bros. Heroes of the Stars dubbed. Expect that by summer, at the latest. Expect that out by like end of summer, like September area. But it could also be in between. It could also be in between June to August. So just kind of be aware, or just kind of stay looking at my channel from about June to September to be aware of the SMB Heroes of the Stars dubbed episode 1 part 2. It's not the end of this month. Making that clear right now, not the end of this month. Mario Strikers Charged Season 2, Road to the Striker Cup, summer as well. I'm wanting that to be kind of like a June release, or like to get back started in June. But that honestly might be later on in the summer, maybe August. 2017 and 2018 New Year resolution checklist video, summer as well. I want that to be either like a birthday kind of video, or maybe around my birthday, or preferably before July 22nd, but maybe still in July. Sonic, expect that summer. Expect that to kick up. I forget what date I said earlier, but expect that to be about I expect that to kind of surface up, like either the end of June or like the beginning of July, because I want to like get them games and like play them before Sonic Mania Plus releases. I got a good feeling that Mania Plus might release around the same time Mania did last year. Like in the mid to late August window. So that Paper Mario, I got it as summer, but according to if we get shown a new Paper Mario game at E3, I'm gonna try to make that like an end of spring. It's like early summer. So that would try to be like between June to August, maybe, for summer. But if nothing is shown, then Paper Mario can be something that's further down the road for a fall or winter resurgence. And then E3 Nintendo coverage, spring, and I want to get on this as soon as possible. Probably right after I get Mario Warfare reaction up and the SMB Heroes of the Stars dub reaction, not reaction, the SMB Heroes of the Stars dub up. So those are the two big things that are holding my channel figuratively hostage. So once I get those two things up, I'll be freed, and these other videos will be able to start to surface on my channel, and we'll start to really be moving. So E3 Nintendo video kind of coverage, spring, preferably before June. So I'm not saying anything for this month, but maybe by the end of May, I want to have at least something recorded for this, so I can be, you know, having that hype on my channel, bringing in E3 over on my channel, and I'll actually be able to do my reaction and stuff, like probably Facebook Live, but I'll be able to bring that to my channel right when it's pretty fresh in E3. So yeah, spring, before June, so like late May, I want to try to do something with that. And yeah, that's everything. Everything in that recap is why I haven't done anything this month as far as putting content up. The big things was, you know, Walmart and Dollar Tree getting another surge of me having to work. But but it's, in the long run, it's worth, because Walmart is definitely paying more than Dollar Tree. So that in itself is awesome. I'm not gonna say what it is, because like that's not something that I can just, you know, say and expect to not get berated for it. And when I say berated, I don't mean like from like Walmart itself, not really, but you know, more so parents, because my dad's like, you don't have to say all that. He probably say I had to say this much of what I said on here, but I think what I did say is, you know, it's fine. But Walmart giving me that little extra pay, and it's gonna be more hours. Your boy is moving up. Your boy is finally. It's slowly looking like my year. I was looking through my. I don't think I actually did. I. No, I think I did see this in the beginning, that why I started the stream so late was because I was looking at all of my I was looking at the December, January, and February streams. I binged all through those before I did this, and I was thinking of like the messages I was having towards the end, saying like this is a year that I really feel like something big is going, something good and big is going to happen for me, and it's going to make me really start moving. I really think Walmart is this blessing in disguise. Not even in disguise, it's a blessing. The job is a blessing, but I think that the disguise part is that having this job is really what's going to, like I touched on earlier, is going to push me to apply a new refined ethic to everything I do now. So I think that having this job is going to push me to really stay on top of stuff, that on everything that I've said in this video. I'm almost hitting 3 hours. It's ridiculous, but yeah, this is it. This is everything. Yeah, this is it. With all that said, I know that I am done here. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and ground pound that like button. It really shows me that you enjoyed this. Comment down below anything that you would like to discuss. I'll try to answer as much as I can. About, you know, anything. If it's about the job, keep in mind to not ask, you know, literally anything about that. But I will try to answer as much as I can about it. But just comment down below on anything that I've touched on in this video. Let's get a little discussion going. Let me know what you want to see from me in this coming time. Okay, 8%. I'm good. I thought the phone was like getting super close to dying, which, well, 8% is pretty close to dying. But yeah, comment down below on anything that I touch on in this video, and I will definitely respond to you, because I don't get many comments, so any comment that I see, I'm super gracious for it. And if you are new here, or if you've been here for a while and just have yet to, then do me a huge favor and subscribe. I have 409 subscribers currently, but if we can keep this momentum going of good things happening for us, I feel like we can realistically hit 500 subs, and that we can hit 500 subs as the months go on, and maybe even 1,000 subs before the end of 2018. I got a good feeling. So if you subscribe, that I will hugely appreciate that, because that means that you really are a fan of what I do and you believe in what I do and you see me moving forward, and I I am beyond grateful for that. Like that kind of thing means the world to me, that someone, believes in me and actually sees that I can do great, because I see that I can do great, but I have the fear of not being able to fulfill of not being able to fulfill other people's idea that I'm gonna succeed. So whenever somebody says that they see me succeeding, it just fuels that just a little bit more. So seeing that subscriber count go up, it slowly does that on me. It really makes me feel that much more awesome about what I do. Like, sharing my own thoughts and my own spin on content. And it really makes me want to eventually do YouTube. Even it slowly makes me want to do YouTube, seriously, instead of it just being, this once a month thing hobby. Or, uploading any content at all hobby. But yeah, that's it. Other links all links that I mentioned in the description will be all links that I mentioned will be in the description below. The link to Estar 99's channel will be in the description. The link to Metal Sonic Gamer S200's channel will be in the link in the description below. The link to my photographer friend, my photographer friend's Facebook page will be in the description below, and maybe my friend Major Milky Way, his channel will be in the description below as well. And also, if my Facebook streams, I'm going to be eventually playing Martinez Aces when that pre-launch tournament drops. And tomorrow, I'm going to be playing the ARMS Test Punch. So if you can catch that live tomorrow after about 4 and before 8:59 p.m. EST, that'd be awesome if you could join us. If you could join me over there. If not, you'll always be able to catch the replay over on my Facebook page where the replay will be posted. The link to my Facebook page will be in the description below. So everything you need will be in the description. And if you like those streams over on Facebook, then go ahead and like and follow me so you'll be notified the minute I go live over there. Yeah, that's everything. With all that said, I think I am done here. This has been Darsheen Rat, aka Ratmaster96. Now I'm signing out for now, but definitely not forever. Keep on being awesome. Have an amazing rest of your night or day, depending on where you are. Stay safe. God bless. Take care. And see you guys next time.